Deposit your candy into at least 2 of the piñatas. After all 6 house guests have had their turn, each of you must break open the piñata you created last night. The house guest whose piñata has the closest to 20 pieces of candy without going over will win. 21 pieces or more will take you out of the game. Good luck. The winner of this game is the person whose piñata contained the most pieces of candy, up to 20. Anything over 20 and they were eliminated. My first instinct was to put them all in James's and then give one to Sarah. Then I started to second guess myself because there were 5 other people playing the game and I didn't know what Howie, Jennifer, or Yvette would do. And I just decided to put 2 in Yvette's, 2 in Jennifer's. I put 3 in my own and 3 in Howie's.
Everybody who is competing for the veto gets a bowl with 10 pieces of candy in it. You can put as many pieces in as many piñatas as you want. You have to put a piece into at least 2 piñatas. I knew that people were going to be trying to load up James's, so I went ahead and I put 1 into mine, and the rest of my 9 pieces I put into Howie's, hoping that he would go over the 20 pieces of candy and be eliminated from the game.
I don't want James and Sarah, having the veto. I don't care who wins it. I don't care if nobody wins it. I was thinking to myself, if everyone else, puts, enough candy in James and Sarah, I think we go over 20 with them. We're home free. So what I did is I stuck 5 of my pieces of candy out of the 10 that I was given into James's piñata and 5 into Sarah's piñata.
I could put 9 candies in James and hope that the rest of the house was going to think the same way and then we could eliminate them. But you start second guessing yourself and you're like, is everyone else going to think like me? I finally decided when I got up there to put 2 candies in mine, put 3 in each James and Sarah's, and I thought about it and I thought I'd give James more, so I gave him 1 more to make a total of 4, and then I gave myself 1 to make Sarah's and mine have 3 candies each.
My first reaction was to separate the candies into Howie's, Rachel, Jennifer, and my piñata. But then all of a sudden, light bulb struck, and I was like, wait, we don't want James to get the veto. So the only logical thing here is put the 9 candies in James' piñata and put the 1 in Sarah's. Done.
This kind of makes sense. People are smart. Damn it.
I thought, this is your life on the line. You can't just walk up there. You have to make sure that your head is clear and you know what you're doing. Since this house is so hell-bent on removing me, I just figured that everyone would put half their candy in mine and half their candy in Sarah's. My strategy was then to just load up 4 in Howie's, 4 in Rachel's, and 1 in Yvette and Jen, just because I, didn't know what else to do with the last 2.
No one wanted James to win the veto.
Each of you will break open your own piñatas and count the candy. The one who's closest to 20 pieces without going over will win the power of veto.
If James wins the veto, it's open season on the house.
All right, well, first up is Yvette.
Man, my girl is rock solid just like me. My piñata refused to break.
Yvette has 3 pieces of candy. Next up is Sarah.
Wow. It was so good to hit something. It was definitely a nice way to get out some aggression because I would have liked to take that bat and I won't go into those details.
Sarah has 10 pieces of candy. Good job, Sarah.
Sarah had 10, and at this moment, I started flipping out.
Howie has 16 pieces, you guys.
Howie with 16 pieces of candy. I'm like, oh, okay, well, not a bad idea, 16. That's gotta win it.
I was kind of bummed out because Howie had 16 put into his, and I knew that 9 of those were mine.
Next is Jennifer. Jennifer has 6 pieces of candy. Next is James.
Oh my God. You could cut the tension with a knife out in that backyard. Nobody was breathing.
The only way I know I'm staying here another week is if I get the veto myself. No one's gonna use it on me. I was smashing every single one of those people sitting there. That was all for them. All for them.
Why aren't there more candies in his if these people want him out? Are they freaking retarded?
9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I thought we were good to go. I really thought, okay, he's got 25, 26 candies there, and James is going home.
13, 14.
I needed to win this veto more than anything. Just like every damn week, you know, I need to win this thing to stay here another week.
15, 16.
James winning it is the worst possible scenario.
17, 18. James has 18 pieces.
James cannot win this veto competition because James is going to come back and bite us all in the butt really hard, and it's going to hurt.
I felt very good when Janelle was counting them off. And the more my spirits lifted, the more the mood of the crowd depressed. Why am I the villain?
Wow, nice one. That's it. Rachel, you have 7 pieces of candy. Power of veto goes to James.
Again. He won it again. He didn't even win it. We freaking gave it to him.
What the hell happened today at Lota Piñata? There wasn't a lot of thinking going on, was there?
I am very happy that James won the power of veto, but it pretty much does seal my fate that I most likely will be the one to leave the house on Thursday.
I messed up.
There's not a person who's more feared/hated than me. Now I think they're going to see a side of James that they might not be prepared for. I wish this was the Olympics, man. I'd be coming back a rich man.
You can't kill me.
If everyone would have loaded up James and Sarah, there'd be no question as to who has veto right now.
5 and 0.
And then I went back into the room and I thought I should have put all 10 in mine because I wouldn't have gone over.
Let me tell you something really quick. Those last 9 are mine.
It was 4 people against 2, and yet
James winning it was the worst possible scenario. 4 minds put together couldn't come up with a surefire way to eliminate 2 people getting the veto. But nothing we can do about it now.
Like I just said, let's not worry about nothing yet.
Whenever he takes himself off and you have to put someone else up, I'll be...
Let's agree to it now. Let's get it out of the way.
I don't really care. I'll go up.
You're not in any harm's way.
Yeah, I'll go up there.
After the veto competition, we all gathered up in my HOH room. We made a pact that James is probably going to take himself off the block. We'll vote Sarah out and worry about James next week.
The whole house is against him, and he knows it.
I don't want him in this. Whether he's on your side, my side, or in the middle, he's dangerous.
No,
period.
After the veto competition, it was apparent that for once the entire house was working together. We all want the same thing, and that is to remove James from the house.